And now we're going to get into the Cracker Barrel situation. Uh-oh. This was absolute music to my ears, to my eyes when I saw this last night. I was laying in bed. It was like midnight. I was just about to fall asleep. I was just checking just one last quick scroll to see if anything crazy happened in like the last 10 minutes or hour or whatever. And I came across this. So this is from The Steak and Shake. The Steak and Shake. Mr. President, Cracker Barrel heard you. Americans are grateful. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I think that's hilarious and that's awesome that Steak and Shake is pro-Trump. I can't think of another nationwide chain, at a minimum, a nationwide restaurant chain that has taken a pro-Trump stance. I can't think of any other one other than Steak and Shake. I know Trump, he put fries in the bag at McDonald's. I get that, but I don't think McDonald's is necessarily pro-Trump. I don't think they've ever taken a political stance one way or the other. Plus, I believe that probably wasn't McDonald's necessarily. That was probably the franchise owner who ran that McDonald's that invited Trump to do his whole, campaign goings on at McDonald's. But anyway, they were responding to Trump War Room from President Donald J. Trump. Congratulations, Cracker Barrel, on changing your logo back to what it was. All of your fans very much appreciate it. Good luck into the future. Make lots of money. And most importantly, make your customers happy again. Don't you just love it? They have returned the Cracker and the Barrel. Or I guess officially the old timer. Isn't that what they technically call the old man? The old timer. So, and check this out. This is from the White House. Go woke, go broke. America first. America is back with President Trump as the Cracker and the Barrel. And then from the White House, good luck. Let's see what this is pertaining to. Oh, okay. So he made a response to this yesterday at 11:55 a.m. Even the president of the United States was given his 2 cents on this. Like this is how important Cracker Barrel is to American culture. I went to Cracker Barrel when I was a kid. I actually have a couple of pretty fond memories from Cracker Barrel. And I think all of us probably do. I think pretty much all of us has been to Cracker Barrel at one point or another. And it was kind of soul crushing to hear that not only were they changing the sign, okay, fine, the sign, I can live with that, but they were changing the restaurant. They were making it look like this ridiculous, bland, just nonsense diner. It just looked like some boring ass diner. When I walk into Cracker Barrel, I want it to look dusty. I want it to look, dingy, 1800s, worn out, corrugated metal everywhere, washboards on the wall, just like old cast iron shit everywhere. That's the Cracker Barrel I want to see, because that was the Cracker Barrel when I was a kid. And hopefully one day, if I'm a grandparent or even a great-grandparent, God willing, then I'll be able to take my grandkids to Cracker Barrel, and it'll look just like it did when I was a kid. I think that's what we all hope and wish for. Steak and Shake included. So anyway, yeah, so he posted that yesterday. Not exactly relevant anymore because they actually listened and they changed it back. So this is from the GOP. Congratulations, Cracker Barrel, on changing your logo back to what it was. And of course, that was from the president. So we already read that, but it was from the GOP. So they reposted it as well. And that's all I got with Cracker Barrel. There was a lot of responses. I guess I could probably jump into this one. GOP tends to have a lot of people on the left and the right commenting. So let's see. What a mistake with potato and vegetables. Yep, 1776. Hell yeah. Big failure. Trump should wait next time before he gloats. All right. Yeah, you see what I mean. They still proudly have their LGBTQ and DEI page on their website, and they haven't said that they'll end funding. Oh yeah, I mean, we all know Cracker Barrel's woke. There was at least an effort for people to boycott Cracker Barrel back. Was it last June? Could have been the June before last, but they made the announcement that they were going to change the sign. They were dumping over $100 million into redesigning and remodeling all the restaurants. And they probably did that during the month of June, whenever Cracker Barrel made that announcement. But there was a push to boycott Cracker Barrel back then. So we all know that they've got the DEI agenda. I mean, it's crystal clear looking at the CEO. I mean, she looks about as woke can get. So, I mean, that's of no shock to me, at least. Let's see. Cracker Barrel, Old Country Store. Next order of business, now that the distraction is over. Release the files, of course. And then, of course, there's that was from South Park. I was kind of disappointed how they did that. If you saw the most recent South Park where they brought out Trump and JD Vance, and JD Vance was like a little mini-me version. It was funny, but I kind of liked how they made Mr. Garrison into Trump, and I think by giving Mr. Hat JD Vance, I think that would have also been quite fitting, but, you know, whatever. All right, so release the files, of course. I think they're getting this shit from Chuck Schumer, because Chuck Schumer keeps dropping that nonsense, talking about release the files. All right, you know, no comment on that. Epstein survivors will be having press conference on September 3rd. Yeah, okay. Release the files. Yeah, so there's obviously pushback from the left, which with regard to this has nothing to do with Cracker Barrel at all. They're just pissed off because Trump ain't releasing the files, which I've said time and time again. If they actually did have all the files, if the Biden administration didn't destroy them already, and if they actually released everything, it would hurt Democrats a hell of a lot more than it would hurt Republicans. The reason why Democrats are posturing so heavily to release the files is because they know that there aren't any to release. All the pertinent shit they've already destroyed. So that's just my 2 cents. That's my opinion. The White House might actually have kind of a similar list of comments. Yeah, see, Epstein, of course. God bless America, Cracker Barrel, Greta Thunberg. All right, that was a good one. I like that one. This is the only thing that will save Cracker Barrel. Oh yeah. Putting Trump instead of the old timer. Yep, I dig it. The CEO of Cracker Barrel needs to go. She does not represent the culture of Cracker Barrel today or tomorrow. No, she doesn't. Absolutely not. Not at all. No, like when I think of somebody running Cracker Barrel, I think of what's his name? Is it Scott Collins? I think the dude that heads up the VA. I think somebody like him, someone with like a southern accent or just like a twang to his accent, and someone who's just like really focused on just making something awesome. I would imagine that, not some like fucking wokerati, God knows where the fuck she graduated from, some Ivy League school she crawled out from under. Yeah, definitely not very fitting for Cracker Barrel. If you want to change it to your liking to something completely different, you're better off just starting something else up from scratch. But she knows what she's doing. They all know what they're doing. They just want to ruin anything that's in any way Americana. They just want to get rid of it. They want to get rid of American culture, American values, American tradition. They just want to wipe it all clean. They want to erase history and rewrite it as they see fit. But the problem is that they're not the victors. Not yet. I mean, as long as there's 400 million guns out there, they can fucking try. They can try if they want to. All right. We are Cracker Barrel is so back. People have spoken. Yes, they have. Now, I didn't link any of this because it wasn't really from the government, so I hesitated. But there are some mainstream news publications out there, like NBC and CNN and the like. The way they framed it, they said that Cracker Barrel is returning their sign after extreme right-wing backlash. They kept saying from the right-wing, conservatives. They were just putting all the heat, directly on conservatives. Whereas I got a feeling that there were probably a lot of classical liberals that probably felt the same way. Like, don't change something that's great. Garth from Wayne's World, yeah. Yep, seems about right. She kind of looks like Jodie Foster, but with really, really douchey glasses. Just those like I am 100% voting for Kamala Harris. Those are the glasses. That is the signal that you are fully and wholeheartedly on the left. Just there's like some like they're punch me glasses. That's what they are. Those glasses just say punch me in the face. All right. I'll calm down. I'll be nice. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect right there. That's a good one, man. That meme is old as hell. Sounds like they need to fire the CEO and get an ad with Sid. All right. Yeah, she's quite attractive. Welcome, Cracker. Well, not anymore. No, it fell back down to earth. BlackRock. Oh yeah. Yep. BlackRock, apparently they're the largest single shareholder of Cracker Barrel. And we know that BlackRock has been pretty heavy with DEI and ESG and all that fucking bullshit. Pretty dangerous. All right. I guess that's enough of Cracker Barrel. It's just good news. It's really good news. That brought a smile to my face last night. I fell asleep last night with a big smile on my face. Like, yeah, man, Cracker Barrel. But see, that's only the sign, though. They're still changing the restaurant. They're changing 500 locations. They're giving it this ridiculous modern look. Should I show that to you? I could show you what they plan on making it look like. It looks absolutely atrocious. I mean, it looks sterile. It looks boring. It looks soulless. That's probably the best way I could describe it. If we got something in the images here. No, that's not what I saw. I didn't see that at all. Hold on. See, if that's what they're doing, I don't see any difference there, really. See, look, that's one of the images that I saw. Hold on. See, that looks fine. That's what it looks like already, I think. On the right and on the bottom. How can I make this bigger? That's what she said. All right. So this is on New York Post. Yeah, see, that's what I saw that they were going to turn it into. Putting like booths all over the place and doing like this weird like modern look where they're trying to make it look all artsy fartsy with this like nonsense on canvases and whatnot. It looks stupid. But no, see, that's how it looks right now. It looks perfectly fine there. Damn it, man. Why the fuck isn't it here? There was one, it looked so damn sterile. And I was hoping that they would have an image of it. Maybe I was getting trolled. Maybe that wasn't like a real actual image that they were, or of a restaurant that they were working on. Let me see if I can word it this way. Because I saw, it was worded similar to that. No? It's probably been overtaken by the name change, because I bet most of these images are probably from recent articles talking about the signage. All right, whatever. I don't want to waste too much time trying to look for something. I should have been prepared with it. If I come across it, maybe I'll drop it in tomorrow's episode. I've already shown it. I showed it whenever it was back in the news a week or two ago, when they were ready to change the sign. Like they announced, like, this is what the sign looks like. Whatever day that was the day that I showed what the inside and outside of the new restaurant is supposed to look like. And it looks terrible. It looks awful.